as you can see, we've got the Bugle there. It's very exciting. I was thrilled to get it today, and we'll get straight into it. Now, first things first, it's a massive box. As you can tell, I've got really big hands, so this is massive. 3,772 actual bricks inside it. Getting it upright. Apologies for those who are watching live, but I'm just showing the camera for the regular build show. Absolutely massive. I do wish that Lego would stop using the black in their boxes, because the way it looks when it gets scratched so readily, as you guys know. Absolutely. So I'm going to open it up now. It's got an absolute wealth of minifigures in there. That's absolutely huge. And we're going to it's too big for me to open this up really effectively. So we'll do our absolute best. All right. We'll open this guy up now. And it's very heavy, so I do apologise. Okay. Let's remove that. Wow. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the extra box there filled up. I won't bother with that just for now. Just let you guys see there's so many boxes here and bags. All right, so they're the bags from the latter half of the build, from what I can see. I'll get those cleared off. You'll hear them fall next to the build table. Goodness gracious. Let's check out what is in the secondary box here. I'm guessing this will be the first. I do like how they do this now. It does provide, a little bit more stability to the boxes, which I do like. Okay, I'm going to open it up. Okay, this is huge. Now, we'll leave bags number 1 just off to one side. There's some extra there that we'll be using. And it comes with the base plate. And of course, big instruction booklet. Lots of stickers. I don't know, what do you guys think? There's a lot of stuff here, that's for absolute sure. Lots of clear window plates here in bag 7. Sometimes the setup takes just as long as doing a bag. What do you think? 5, that looks like it might have the taxi inside it. All right, we're almost ready to actually get started properly. So I'm pretty excited about that, I'll tell you right now. And I use one of these to put the instruction books on. I normally hide them, but I'm not sure how I'll facilitate that, because I've got a laptop here where I can see you guys, and I've got the camera, an extra camera, which I don't normally have. So hopefully this won't get in the way too much. But I am pretty excited to be doing this for you. I love the fact that it's on the one base plate. I think that's really cool. As you can see, lots of stickers, more stickers. Okay. So welcome to the Daily Bugle. Very thick instruction book here. 375 pages with really neat stuff on the inside too about the build. Oh, wow. And all the minifigures. This is going to be a lot of fun, let me tell you right now. And as I said, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Lego designer, imagine that for a job. They are so clever. Stop the presses. It's time to build. Okay, so bags 1, 2, and 3 are going to take care of the actual bottom area there, as you'd expect. That is pretty cool. Okay, I'm really keen to do this. There are a lot of bags, but I think it's going to be super fun. So without further ado, let's take a big breath, and I'm going to place my instructions up here to get them. They'll still be in your view, but out of the way, and this should be a lot of fun. So let's get building. So folks, I hope that you enjoyed the general unboxing of the set. There's a lot of pieces and features that do go into it. I've sped up this build. Now it goes for only another 7 or 8 minutes roughly, but I would like to let you know that the average full build time on this, it took me a little bit over 12 hours to work my way through the entire build, and it was a lot of fun. As you can see there, it is packed full of detail, and you can also see on the sides of the build there's also little holes for those Technic pins to make their way through to give you that ability to connect to other modular buildings. So it is a really, really cool build. It is funny though that when you look at like the base plate, how little of the base plate the actual skyscraper itself or the Daily Bugle itself does take up. It's certainly not a lot when you do consider how much detail there is packed into here. There's a lot of fascia sort of elements, and they're very cleverly done. So for example, you have a lift that is just the appearance of a lift. It is not actually a lift itself per se, but it just is really well done, packed full of minifigures. I love the checkerboard tiles as they lead into the Daily Bugle. I thought that that was a really sweet feature as well. Have you guys managed to get your hands on a copy of this this set? I would love to know. Please let me know in the comments below. And the windows, there were stacks and stacks of these. There were at times I would have to do up to 40 of them in one hit just to get ready to put the windows on for that particular level, and it all fit together so very, very well. The only disappointment I had, and it will be coming up, it hasn't happened yet, is the Sandman figure. The way that it's created, it looks like he's coming out of the asphalt, and it really does look like that. It is super clever, but the only downside to it is when you put him on his position, he no longer fits within the base plate configuration, which means that he will overlap onto another modular building if you are going to put them together. At the end of the video, I hope you do watch the whole way through because we'll talk about it all. But you will see the Daily Bugle positioned next to my other modular buildings in a photo that I took, and you'll be able to get an idea for size and just how it does all look. So I do hope to have you along for the entire journey. That would be really neat. There was the Sandman that I just mentioned. It is big and the effect is super cool, and as you would have noticed also, the taxi cab does look very convincing. I was loving the level of detail though that they bothered to put into this. I did struggle with the newsstand there in the corner. The roof is very flimsy even if you build it correctly, which I didn't several times. So don't take my example as the way to build it, and hopefully it went past it fast enough that you did get to just see the way it should have been done in the first place, that's for sure. Look at all the detail in there. You've got desks, you've got pictures of old newspapers. It is just an absolutely beautiful building, and I do think that it is something that is going to be highly, highly enjoyable. I loved every moment making this. I found it very therapeutic, to be honest with you, and I'm sure that many of you building this will feel the same way. There wasn't a single time during this build that I did think, oh my goodness, you know, I wish I didn't have to do this anymore. It was therapeutic. It was very, very good. Even some of the repetition on building the floors was good. The parts I liked the least were actually doing the red stairwell on the side, but gracious, they look so amazing that it was well worth making sure that they were done properly. If you haven't had the chance, if you could please give the channel a subscription, that would be highly appreciated. And that Peter Parker scene just there is a nod to a meme that you may see around. Basically, he is that lowly thought of. All he's got is a desk and a picture of Spider-Man behind him. It was quite funny, and I did like it a lot. Some of these areas here where we're starting to build broken windows, and this was a very clever effect because it's where the Green Goblin was storming through, and very, very clever. Did take some time, but the overall effect was stunning to say the least. You will see that in more detail. This is sped up extremely quickly to get, you know, a massive 12-hour build down to 7 or 8 minutes. So please do bear that in mind. And I just wanted to give you a general feel for the building itself. All things said and done, I would give this build a 9 out of 10. Some of the window areas were a little bit flimsy, but they were strengthened in the long run. But yeah, 9 out of 10 very comfortably. It's very well worth owning. And if you are wanting a very large building, it does fit in with your modulars. It looks a little bit big by comparison. You'll see that shortly, but goodness gracious me, I have to say right now that I do like it a lot. I think it was well worth the money that I spent to get the minifigures, but also to have this beautiful build. Now, just to let you know, just in case this is going way too fast, but just to let you know, Every single front fascia comes off that you can have a look inside. You can also lift them off if you'd choose to. I recommend against that, but I do want to let you know that you most certainly can look inside every single one of them by lifting off the front window. And you may have seen back there just quickly, you got to see my whole build area because this takes up so much room. I couldn't fit the entire building into frame, so I'd have to lift up my camera and do crazy things with it. Now we are actually looking at the still shots. As you can see, they are absolutely beautiful. It gives us a moment of rest to relax and have a bit of a look here at all the detail. It is utterly crazy how much thought has been put into it. And Doc Ock's arms were some of the most amazing, I think, in my opinion, that I have seen in a very long time. So that was certainly very, very enjoyable. As you can see, the elements here, and the very famous, only once ever, I think, was shown in a comic book, the spider car. So look out, it's going up the side of a building. There is just a little brick on the side there that all holds it into place. So it was a lot of fun, and there you go. To make it fit within the other modular buildings, I just took off the bottom part of the CMN there so you guys could see him in a photo. Daredevil there, looking fantastic. Spider-Pig, I loved it. I love the entire experience. I really do hope that you guys can get your hands on a copy of this or a set, and that you have as much fun as I did. I know it's starting to make its way out there in the marketplace, which I do think is wonderful, and it will be even better when I can hear stories from you guys about your own experiences building all this. So I genuinely hope that you do enjoy everything that you've seen today, and that you do support the channel by giving us a like, a comment, and most importantly, a subscribe and clicking that bell for notifications so as you do know when we bring you more news from the amazing Brick Network. It's really, really appreciated, and the fact that you are spending your own time on the channel certainly does not go unnoticed. So until next time, thank you so very much. Thank you so much for watching, and happy building, guys. Bye.